My name's Dara Rubio. I've been at this church for a little over a year. Yeah.
My name is Bill Dar, and I've been going here for quite a few years.
I'm Danya Mayagra Koyman, and I've been going to the church since 2006.
I'm Josephine Lett. I've been coming here since 2006.
My name's Bob Berger. I've been a member of this church for about 3 years.
My name is Monsoli. We've been coming to this church since 2007 and became official members last year.
My name is Jane Horniak, and I've been a member of this church for about 49 years.
I heard about the disciple class from Josephine's husband, Andy Lepp.
I was so busy, like the rest of us, with family, young family, so I postponed it for a while until my husband took the class last year, and then he urged me to take it because we'll never be less busy.
I first heard about Disciple One class from my husband. He took the class last year and came home every Monday with different perspectives on the same Bible passages I knew, so I decided to take the class myself.
I was fairly ambivalent about the Bible and people's interpretations of the Bible. After my mom passed away, I decided that maybe I can be closer to my mom and maybe I can learn something by taking this class. It was really kind of a leap of faith.
I didn't want to talk at the beginning. I didn't even want to go after I signed myself up, but I went, and it was a pretty amazing experience.
And I thought I was really too busy to make a commitment because I was working and I couldn't do it. So I did not take my first disciple class until I retired in 2000.
I like the way it's structured. We had a workbook that took us through and gave us guidance. We had a tape that kind of focused on what we were doing that week.
The structure of the disciple class helped a lot because you look at the text and you wonder why did they group different verses together, but going through the text you get to understand why they were together and the linkages between the verses, Old Testament, New Testament, and having a structured Bible study helped a lot.
The daily readings helped me realize the timeline of how my faith progressed.
I've been involved in church since I was a child, and I've read the Bible stories and I've read parts of the Bible, but it never went together. It was just bits and pieces here and there. I never put the history of what was going on with what was happening in the Bible. It was all disconnected for me. And I have now completed 4 disciple studies, and I have a much better understanding of how the Bible began and how it developed and changed, which I never had before.
It sort of made me focus on, every day I have to read it, a passage of the Bible, and it's no way out. I mean, it's like you have to read it.
I had a hard time with a lot of the readings and understanding it, and really there wasn't like a cliff notes to the Bible that you could go to. So just hearing everybody's perspective and having them teach me as well what the readings were about was extremely, extremely helpful.
I love the book of John.
Favorite book is the Psalms and Proverbs, and it's always been my favorite book, and it still is. A lot of the chapters reflects more of what I feel or what I'm going through.
Probably the line in James where faith without works is dead.
When James talks about that we should approach this with humility and not be locked into just our faith, but actually go out and do good works.
Then it goes back to the Sermon on the Mount about let your light shine so that they may see your good works and so that your Father in heaven can praise you.
Not just talk about things, but show by action that we are Christians and that we subscribe to what Christ did, be all inclusive. I really enjoyed everything that we did, especially since we did it together.
It was fun to have those lessons with our group, and everyone was great.
We weren't without humor in our class.
being in the class, laughing and, praying together.
Disciple One class helped me grow in my understanding of the Bible by providing different perspectives and Dr. Palmer explaining the circumstances and the history behind the written text.
We had one constant, Reverend Palmer, who knew what he was talking about, and the rest of us had a number of opinions. So we all came from diverse backgrounds. It was a little frustrating at first, but after a while we started to respect each other's opinions, and it was really great. It was a tremendous learning experience.
It's amazing what you can learn from others' experiences and life situations.
I'm glad I went through this journey with other class members because everybody came with different experience, different life experience, different perspective, different ideas, different levels of understanding of the Bible. So bringing everybody together to share ideas and opinions helped me.
There were 12 of us in our class from all different walks of life. It made me realize that I can love not just one type of person. And I think I was extremely judgmental when the class started.
I understand God's will from basically is not be judgmental, show mercy.
It made it more important to be not so judgmental of somebody else, that we're all God's children. So we shouldn't talk about our differences, we should talk about our similarities. And that's really important in today's time.
I mean, you just love on these people and their craziness and accept them for who they are. And it's a wonderful, diverse group of people, but you just love on them constantly.
When we had our own dinner together, that was special because it was the last time we were going to be together as a group, and it was also the finale, so to speak, of the 9-month experience. And when we had communion together, that was really awesome.
I have a hard time breaking bread with people that I have a difficult time with. So having everybody there, and 9 months? We spent 9 months together. We can finally break bread was pretty amazing. And as well as we ended each class with prayer and holding hands and standing in a circle. So that was pretty amazing as well.
I was going through difficult times. I had the major surgery and was recuperating for weeks. So going through the same classes I'd gone through and reading the Bible helped me in my healing process.
When I first started, I was really reluctant to do this. For one thing, I'm a very private person and I don't like sharing and I don't want spotlight on me. But I did, so it reminds me of the passage where when Peter, he walked on water towards Jesus, but then when he started looking around him, he started to fall. So it's like kind of my experience. I heard a voice saying, "Take this class," and I decided to take the step. I walked on water, not seeing the circumstances, and I thought I couldn't do it, but I did. And so I really encourage everyone to do this, because you'll be amazed at the blessing that is awaiting you.
I would like to invite other people to join Disciple Class. There's a difference between reading the Bible on your own and engaging in a Bible study with a group of people.
Sitting down by yourself and reading the Bible just never really did it for me. I just never understood what I was reading. But being together with other people and sharing different perspectives and ideas is a tremendous learning experience.
I can tell you one thing. From a person that didn't have much faith, I think that this class would be good for just about anyone. If you're a doubter, if you say you have no faith, that you're an agnostic or an atheist, I would ask you to take this class so that you at least know what you don't believe in. And in the opposite way, if you do think that you have faith, well, then we ought to have some sort of basic background from where our faith comes from, where our history comes from the Bible, from the written word. And I had that lacking in my life until I took this class, and I really appreciate it.
It was one of the most wonderful, one of the most challenging, one of the craziest experiences that I've gone through with my faith, I highly recommend it. It definitely was an eye-opener for me.
It's a definite learning experience that's worth every single minute of it.
And I would encourage everyone who, just by faith, take it. I know life here can be really busy, but if you make that first decision to take it and keep up with it, you will really get something out of it.